The only thing different tonight than Tony in his remarks was that he was not walking back and forth on the sidewalk with the cell phone up against his head, smoking a cigarette, talking endlessly to I don't know who. But Tony's been here and he's watched it and he's seen it. At this time, Randy, I'd like you and Evan to come down and sit in the front. We're going to take a little bit of a break to get you here on the front row. I know you had something else to do tonight. And at the same time, I want to introduce daughter number 4, my daughter Eden Ann, who is a 21-year-old at Little, studying education, elementary education. And I want to present her with a student loan application that you can fill out and give to me tomorrow. So come on down.
Sorry, did I look like this?
Little levity never hurts. At this time, I'd like to call on Chad Davis to present Justin Davis into the Hall of Fame. That's the deal.
Good evening. I didn't really prepare anything for that because Justin's is a quiet person, and I'm more quiet than he was. He was the athlete, I was the artist. But what he's done to contribute to Kenny County is amazing. All I can say about that is I'm very proud. Love you, and I hope that many, many futures of Kenny County can enjoy what he's done. Thank y'all very much, Justin.
Alright, well, I'm not going to be too long. This is going to be a little bit different, obviously, because it's not really related to my athletic career, I guess. I would like to thank the Courier and everybody that nominated me for this. Obviously, I didn't expect this. I'm trying to think how to start this. I didn't expect this for one because when you're a freshman and you're going to try out for football and you're at the first meeting and your father tells the head coach he's small but he's slow, yeah, you're probably not going to be here for your athletic career. I still made it 4 years of football and baseball. We had 2 different coaches for football. I had 4 different coaches for all 4 years of baseball. But I loved baseball. I grew up playing that. My father, he would wear his arm out throwing that to me, and I enjoyed it. And played T-ball, played Little League, played Babe Ruth. Played Babe Ruth in the field right there by the bypass. And like I said, we always had good players. It just always seemed like it dropped off when it got to high school. I don't know why that happened. You could see the Little League fields, it was always full. And then when you just played high school, it just, I don't know what happened. It just, no one was there hardly ever. Like I said, we had 4 different coaches every year. And I graduated in '95, and I, of course, stayed in the city, and you drive by, and it seemed like back in, I guess, '05, they started working on the field, and they would try to get it going. People would try to keep it mowed, that type of thing. And, you could see that people were trying to do stuff with it. And then it seemed like the last few years, it just was taken to another level. And what I want to say to the players that have played for Coach Collins, that's a big deal that you had him for 4 years. That's a big deal to me. And so when I found out that the county commission decided not to fund it, and I guess I need to thank them as well, because otherwise I'd be richer. I would be here. So thank you to them for not funding it. But knew that, once I talked to Freddie Curtis, that there was no more land available at the high school. It just wasn't, there was never gonna be a baseball field at the high school. So that meant that field was always gonna be the baseball field for who knows how many years. So that seemed like a good time. Coach Collins had all the things ready, the paperwork, he just needed the funding, and I just decided it was time to do that. And what I want to say is the reason I was able to do that is because our business, which my father started as fiberglass, as a small fiberglass repair shop in Lebanon, Tennessee. It was 2,500 square foot, just doing boat repair. But he had been in fiberglass since he was 18, which was back in '69, building ski nautiques. And then we moved to East Tennessee, worked for Mastercraft, and worked for Supra. We moved to Ohio, built Checkmate, which is like a Baja. So he's been in fiberglass. My mother was in it as well. She did upholstery work. So he decided back in the 90s to go ahead and get on his own and do some boat repair. And like he said you can make a living in boat repair, you can't make no money. So bear with me, I'm getting to the point here. But so it grew, and he had a chance to actually build boats production-wise, fiberglass-wise, for the guy he worked for at Mastercraft, the guy that started Mastercraft. And that was in '99, and we moved to the old building, the old Chevrolet, Alexander Chevrolet dealership building off the old highway back in 2000. And we're still there doing different things, but we made that work off and on. We did all kinds of stuff, tried to build spas, tried to build sinks, anything we could do to make money in fiberglass. And it finally, back in 2011, kind of broke loose. I think after the economy took a hit, we were just too stupid to go out of business. So we stayed in business and things picked up. And then back in 2017, it came about that we would have a chance to get that building over there by the, across from Crane, which I think was the old THC building. And it happened. We actually moved there in April of last year. What that allowed us to do, we had two major customers. One of ours was itching for us to build more product. And that allowed us to do that, which in turn, more revenue. And because, and that seemed like a good, once I realized that the baseball team needed some money, that was an easy choice to give it to them. Like I said, to help that program. I think that's, sometimes programs need that little push to get to that next level. I was listening to Aggie Sism talk about, being a Lionette and how special that was. I grew up. I remember Julie Powell. She graduated the year before I became a freshman. That's all they talked about was girls basketball, and that's awesome. And that's kind of what I hope this will do for baseball, because I think that's a big deal for young men to have as well. Because they're not all going to play football, and they're not all going to play basketball. And even football. I remember my freshman year, our games were still away because we were still going down to the fairgrounds. So my sophomore year was actually at the football field down there. And I remember picking rocks out. But somebody, I think it's called Jim Schwartz Field now, if I'm not saying, he obviously must have done something to get back to that level. And so that's a good thing. And that way it's a home game, so to speak. But anyway, that's kind of the reasoning behind why we, and that's why I say we. It's not really, I don't really have anybody to thank, because it's not about really what I did. I want to thank the Industrial Development Board for taking a chance on us, for letting us be in that building. Of course, I want to thank my employees. There's about 22 of them. I don't know if anybody's owned a business or ever has. Your business is only as good as your employees. They work hard. Fiberglass is not easy. So, and I'm sure that they know about this, and I'm sure some of them would have wished that maybe I hadn't spent that on, that, and maybe put it towards them, but that's tough. But anyway, I would like I said, and I'd like to thank my parents for, when we were struggling with the business, and it was just us, for constantly telling us to just keep it going, and it has, business could drop off tomorrow, but at any rate, I'm just glad that we were able to do that. I'm glad that we were able to do that. I thank whoever helped us in that. It's a good thing. It's a good thing for the county. Anyway, I would like to congratulate the other inductees. Danny, I don't know if you remember, but I remember you coming over there helping with the pictures. You didn't have to do that, and I would see you even after I got graduated. You'd still be over there. I mean, that's, you know, people have lives, but you made sure that you made time for that. I remember one time I heard about him because he graduated before I did, and I thought I'd see him every once in a while. I think he had gotten a brand new Mustang. I thought that was pretty cool. And I thought, wow, he's got signed, and I thought that was a big deal because he was left-handed. I was left-handed as well. He one time I guess you just walked up to him. We started throwing the ball. He found out. He looked at my glove. And that thing wore out, and you gave me your glove. I still got it. So thank you. It's massive. But anyway, but I would like to congratulate Abby. I don't know you, but I don't read the Courier much, but it seemed like every time I did, I don't know if it's a coincidence, but your name was in it. So, and then the other people I don't really know, but anyway, congratulations to everybody else. This is a big honor. Again, I want to thank the Courier and everybody that voted on this, and I don't know if I'm trying to figure out on this, you know, again, it's more of a, I feel like this is more of a community thing because you know, a lot of things had to come together for this to happen. So again, I don't want it to really just be me. I know someone's got to take the plaque, but just remember it comes from a lot of other things, like I said. And also congratulations to the baseball team for making it to the district finals and to the region. So anyway, thank you.